We begin here this morning with the dangerous situation involving Russia, Ukraine, and the West. President Biden says he's convinced Russia's President Vladimir Putin has decided to invade Ukraine. Russia is expected to flex its military might today as President Putin oversees exercises by the country's nuclear forces. A U.S. defense official says nearly half of Russia's troops along the border are now assuming what's described as an attack posture. Moscow maintains it has no plans to invade. President Biden cautioned on Friday until there is military action, the door remains open to a diplomatic solution to diffuse the threat. Holly Williams begins our coverage in Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine. Holly, good morning.
Good morning. Despite the Russian troops massed near Ukraine's borders, sparking fears of an invasion, the US maintained for weeks that it did not believe that Russia's President Vladimir Putin had made up his mind to attack. Now, in the last 24 hours, the US says that assessment has changed.
As President Putin oversees military exercises today by Russia's nuclear forces, the Kremlin says this shouldn't worry anyone. On the contrary, the US and its allies are bracing for the worst, a new land war in Europe. In eastern Ukraine, in a region controlled by Russian-backed separatists and where many are ethnically Russian, they claim they're the ones threatened by the Ukrainian military. Local leaders ordered a mass evacuation to Russia. Videos showed sirens wailing, an alleged car bombing and an explosion affecting a gas pipe. And Ukrainian soldiers purportedly attempting to blow up chlorine cylinders. Ukraine's government denies the allegations. The US is backing its ally, praising Ukrainian forces for showing restraint.
And it defies basic logic to believe the Ukrainians would choose this moment with well over 150,000 troops arrayed on its borders to escalate a year-long conflict.
The US has been warning for weeks that Russia could stage a violent incident as a pretext for invasion. Now it says a so-called false flag operation may have already started.
All of these are consistent with the playbook the Russians have used before, to set up a false justification to act against Ukraine.
President Biden said the US believes Russia will target Ukraine's capital, Kyiv, a historic city of around 3 million.
I met Putin a few times face to face. This is a very dangerous political animal.
Arseniy Yatsenyuk is the former Prime Minister of Ukraine.
The US has done something very unusual in this crisis. It's gone public with its fears. It's told Vladimir Putin what he might do before he perhaps does it. Was that the right thing to do?
Completely.
Why?
Here is the thing. I believe that the United States launched an unprecedented deterrence operation against the Russian invasion.
But even that strategy, new shipments of US weapons and the threat of unprecedented sanctions may not be enough to stop Vladimir Putin.
What will you do if there's an invasion? Will you fight?
We did it in 2014. We will do it in 2022.
You'll pick up a gun?
Absolutely.
Things are calm here in Kyiv, as they've been throughout this crisis. Many Ukrainians seem determined not to show if they're intimidated. But US officials say if Russia invades, there could be up to 100,000 civilian casualties. Michelle.
Holly Williams on the ground in Kyiv, Ukraine. Thank you.